Good evening. Happy Friday. Welcome to my page. This is Creations by Julie. I am Julie. I hope you've had a great week, and I really appreciate you stopping by and spending a little bit of time with me tonight. We're going to have some fun tonight with some stencils again. We're going to use ink, and we're going to use some chalk paste. As you hop on, say hi, let us know you're here so we can communicate with you and say hi back to you. If you're new to this page, I appreciate you being here. Please like and follow my page. Jeannie is on. Thank you, Jeannie. We'll give everybody a few minutes. Jeannie, I still have your box in the room because I put a few things extra in it for you, so Ed will ship it out tomorrow. I found a couple of dice for you, and I'm going to send you one of the rabbit napkins and the little house that Ed cut out so you can decoupage a napkin also. But it'll go out in the morning. We decided last week, if you were not on the live.
Karen said hi.
Hi Karen, thanks for being here. We decided last week that,
Donna Smith said
hi Donna, that we would just be doing mailings
hi.
on Saturdays.
Kathy Moore.
Hi Kathy. Thank y'all for jumping on. Hope you've had a great week. So we will still be doing drawings every live, but we'll only mail those things out on Saturday. That way, if the same person wins the thing on Tuesday and Friday, I can put it in one box, and it just works out to
Karen
be better
wants to
for
know
me.
if you shipped her craft box.
Yes, I did. I don't remember what day it was. Do you remember, Ed? I don't remember what day it was, but yes, it's gone. On its way to you, and it's full of goodies. Okay, first thing we're gonna do, like we do every live, is draw, and this is the gift for tonight. Those of you that were here on Tuesday and you spread the love, you came back and you put in the word gifting. So this is what one of the signs that we made last week, and this is on chalkboard paint. Now I did not seal the back of it, so after Easter, I did seal the front.
Karen said awesome.
So after Easter, just take it and flip it over and get you a chalk pen and decorate this side of it for all year or whatever. Mother's Day, what else comes up? Easter. No, you're going to use this for Easter. Mother's Day. See, there's one thing about being a crafter. You get real confused. I've already put my Easter stuff in the shed. So you think Easter's already come and gone. You know, you just kind of get confused with the holidays. It's like, well, gee, it's just now Easter. I quit doing Easter stuff a month ago. So, and I don't do things for St. Patrick's Day. So my next thing I'm going to be working on is 4th of July and spring and summer and everyday stuff. Anyway, this has not been sealed. So you should be able to use a chalk marker pen or anything you want to and decorate this side and use it for your decor. It's not, I like to do things where you can use both sides. I just think you get a better deal for your money. But this is what somebody's going to win tonight. And Donna won last week, and she has already picked up her stuff. So Donna, you may have to come back and visit me again if your name is pulled tonight. All right, Ed's going to pull her name. And let's see who gets and it said, I don't know if y'all can see it, but it says, "Some bunny loves you." And it's got the little bunny nose, ears.
Donna Smith.
Donna, you're going to have to come see me, girl. Well, congratulations, Donna. She gets her little bunny. I know she really liked it. Okay, Ed, go ahead and move the cup too, so we have plenty of room tonight. And if you're new to my page, and I'm sorry for those of you that aren't new, but I feel like I have to explain it every time. So if somebody's new, somebody's watching the replay, they're still eligible for the gifts that I give away. And I love doing that. I'm going to continue to do it as long as I can. Last week it was something that I actually made on live. The one tonight, if it works, is going to be something I make tonight. If it's a failure, then we'll find something else. But all you do to get your name in the cup is push the little SHARE button down at the bottom. Put this on your page and put it up there for your friends. What'd she say?
Winner, winner chicken.
So anyway, put it on your page for your friends to see. You can do it right now. You can do it, you have from now till Tuesday, about 3 o'clock. I cut it off and put all the names in, write them all down, cut them apart and put them in the cup. You can do it as many times as you want to, but you need to come back to this page and put in our mystery word. The first project I do tonight is going to be the gift. So if it works, the mystery word will be dish towel. So let's hope it works. If it doesn't, I'll tell you later in the video. I wanted to play with the Magnolia Design Company stencils again, just to show you how versatile they are. I hope you have gone to the website and looked at all of the different stencils they have. Now I know right now a lot of them are showing out of stock, but they constantly are restocking things. And they offer kits that I cannot purchase, but you as a customer can. Right now their kit is, I think, a whole bunch of little eggs and the spring mini sets to fit those eggs, and like 2 little bitty sample things of paste and a squeegee. I think it's about $24. But anyway, if you're interested in that, just private message me, or I put the link for my affiliate link website in the top of this video. So when we're done here, just click on that and check out what they have. But remember, the stencils can be used for the chalk paste on wood, basically anything, tiles. I've put it on a lot of different stuff.
Coffee cups.
Yeah, that's the ink. The ink you would use on glass, fabric, coffee cups, dishes, things like that. But the paste can be used on those things also, but you wouldn't want to use it like on a dish towel because you want to be able to heat set it, and you don't heat set the paste. So remember I told you last week, I told you the difference. The white lid, have you zoomed in where they can see? Or at least where I can reach out. The white lid is the ink. Their paste comes with a black lid. Okay, I discovered this week I have a good bit of ink, but it's not from Magnolia Designs. I've not ordered a whole lot of ink from them. I'm trying to use up what I had from another company. So all I have of them is black and this pretty gold shimmer. I have used the gold shimmer on a t-shirt where I put the Waymaker stencil on. But you can use the stencils for just about anything, and you can even get etching cream and use the stencil for the etching cream. Now they did say, of course, as soon as you're finished, I think you have to leave it on for what, isn't it, like 30 minutes? I don't know, there's a tutorial on it. But you want to make sure you wash your stencil good after the etching cream. Okay, we're going to start with the dish towel. So I'm going to use the black ink, and I'm going to kind of move some of this because I told y'all I'm a messy crafter. So I'm going to stir the black ink. And to tell you the truth, it's been so long since I've used ink. I can't remember for sure the texture that this is supposed to be. So I'm just hoping it doesn't clump up and bleed. I was thinking the ink was a good bit thinner than the paste. So I should have put, if you add water to thin it, you want to use distilled water. But I'm going to go with this because it's not going to take a whole lot of it. But anyway, you want to stir, and you want to make sure you keep some sort of cloth or baby wipe handy to keep your hands clean because you're dealing with fabric. Now, a lot of people can just, they work with fabric a lot, and they can just take their stencil and put it on and not use anything to protect anything, and they do fine. But
Brenda back and said I'm messy, just ask Kathy.
said what? Oh, I'm messy. Yeah, I am. All right, so anyway, first we're going to use the stencil. This is a new stencil. I actually ordered an extra one of these because I'm going to put it in a sample kit. But it says, "Wicked chickens lay deviled eggs." And so I thought that would be cute. And it's a 5x7 stencil. It's about $9 on the website, I believe. And I'm gonna put it on this gray towel. And I've already put the towel on a sticky mat, but you do not have to have a sticky mat. It just makes it
I'm
easier.
gonna cut your head off.
Huh?
I'm gonna cut your head off.
Oh, okay, that's all right, as long as they can see my hands. They don't care about my head. I would prefer you not show my head anyway. How many of y'all are like that? I don't go back and watch the video. It looks crooked though, but I don't go back and watch the videos because I can't stand to hear myself talk. But it is what it is. I am what I am. You get what you get. So anyway, if you don't have a sticky mat, and Magnolia sells those, but there again, this one's from a different company and I'm not a designer for that company, but I'm still going to use the stuff I paid for. All right, so I put it on the sticky mat, and I could tell that this is my lines where the towel was folded, so it'll be real easy for me to center, because I'm just going to put it right above these lines and here. The little hook for the towel, the little loop, is on that side, so it would be at the top, and then see, it would like fold 3 times, kind of like you'd put one on your, or just all the way out, put it on your stove. But you don't have to have a mat, but you do want something to protect whatever you have underneath, or if you fold the bigger towels or t-shirts especially, you need something between that front and that back of that t-shirt. You can use cardboard, you know, and that'll work fine. All right, this is a brand new, and guess what? I don't have a marker. This is a brand new stencil. See, I have to let Ed think he's useful. He always has to go get me something. I mean, even a pencil would do. Okay, thanks. You mark the back of your stencil so that you know it's the back. And the stencils are mesh stencils, and they're pretty sticky when they're new. Now, it's not going to matter a whole lot with the cloth, like it would on wood. But anyway, I'm going to take it. This is the fuzzing towel, which, by the way, everybody that joins my team, you want to become a creator with Magnolia Design, you get a free fuzzing cloth. And if you're interested in that, just private message me and I'll give you all the information. But tonight I want to show you how much fun you can have with these stencils. Okay, and you could get real creative and do this in several colors. I thought about doing it some in red, but there's just something classy since this has the black. The black and gray is just a classic. So I'm just going to do it. And also, this particular towel kind of has a weave to it. So I'm not positive how the ink is going to work when it's not flat down there. But we'll see. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I just wash it and see what doesn't wash off. I use in my kitchen. It just means y'all won't get a pretty tea towel, kitchen towel for your freebie tonight. And that's really, lay deviled eggs is really small. So all I'm doing is putting it down, flattening it out, make sure I don't have any bubbles for it to go under and bleed. And then I'm just going to take, actually, I told you I'm messy. So when I work with material, I like to lay paper down. Because it's just like me. You get one speck of paint, ink, on this towel, and it's not going to come off. So I'm just going to try to be real careful and not go over the edges. You can also use painter's tape. Wouldn't help if you dropped it down here, but it will keep you from going off the edge there. Now, a lot of people don't do this. They just put it down and they start going to town. But I don't do that because I'm messy. Okay, and I'm going to try, I won't touch anything up there. So I'm going to take a medium. I've cut my squeegees. Remember, they come about this long and you cut them any way you want to. I'm just going to do this whole thing black and just keep it simple. So I'm going to get some stuff on, and I'm gonna start spreading it. So my decorations, my chicken, and you want to push it in because it's going into fabric, but you don't want to push too hard because then it might bleed. I enjoy the surprise of it, to tell you the truth, because it's just, I don't know, it's makes you feel good once you work on something you don't know what it's going to look like, and then you pull it up and it's like, oh, I like that. That looks really good. It's like, I did that. And you know, I may be artistic in some things and creative, but I can't draw a straight line. My handwriting is awful. The reason I'm thinking this paste should be thinner, they say, and this is ink, your ink doesn't dry as fast as your chalk paste does, so you don't usually have to hurry as much. You could get real creative, but like I said, I only had 2 colors in this from Magnolia Design. So, all right, let's make sure we've got it all covered. And then we're going to see if somebody gets a dish towel. Either way, your mystery word will be dish towel. Okay, so I'm going to put the extra back in my jar. I'm going to wipe off my fingers because, see, I have black all over my fingers. I don't want to touch my fabric when you have the paste. I do have a thing of water over here and a wet towel. I think the very first thing I put ink on, and I believe it was a dish towel, it looked so good, and I pulled it up, and then I went to pick it up, and I had ink on my hands.
Donna says you have very steady ink.
Thanks, Donna. All right, let's see. I'm not going to use the paper for my next project. We're going to wing it, but we're going to see here. Okay, I'm just going to, and remember, you don't want to just yank from one corner. You either want to go side to side or from top to bottom. Get a hold of it and pull it up. I think that looks pretty good. There's a little bit of a bleeding inside the D. Chicken looks like she doesn't have, I might have missed a little place in her tail. And the S didn't come out. But all in all, it looks pretty good. Hang on just 1 second. Then as soon as you're done, I've got a tub of water over here. You just put the stencil in, sticky side up for now, and then I'm gonna pick this up, and Ed's gonna remove the mat, and I'm still getting black stuff off my hands. Now I'll turn it around. It's not perfect, but you know, handmade things aren't. And I would hang it in my kitchen. Okay, can you see it? If you look real close, you can see where I missed a little bit of the tail. But now what I will do is let it dry thoroughly, and then I will heat set it so that you can put it in your washing machine and your dryer. I have one that I made probably a year ago, and it's been washed, oh gosh, you know, dozens and dozens of times, and it still has the ink on it. But to heat set anything fabric, to heat set
In
any,
the brackets that I will hang it.
yeah. To heat set anything fabric, you want to let it dry completely, and tomorrow I will probably heat set it. Then you take an iron, and just like you do with your napkins, you put a piece of parchment paper over your ink, and you need to iron it for about 4 minutes. Then you turn it over and do the same thing to the underside. So now when you're ironing it, don't fold it double to where this might bleed through to the other side. You know, lay it open like this on your wherever you iron. I iron what little bit I do on top of my washing machine with towels. So anyway, Ed, you want to take this and lay it over there? So I think it's good enough. So dish towel is would be the gifting for tonight. All right, let me throw, and I'm gonna have black all over my hands again. Let me do yeah, I thought, well, I've got tons of ink, and I do. It's just not from Magnolia Company. I'm gonna have to take care of that and get some, a lot of their paste, but all right. Then, when I realized I wanted to do two things with ink tonight before we do a couple of things with chalk paste, when I realized I only had these two colors, I thought, well, what can I do? And I got the idea that I wanted to show you how you can do a glass picture frame. So I ran to Walmart and I found, I've already taken the thing out, I found this pretty white picture frame. It's 5x7. Yeah, and I just took the thing out and I put a piece of black paper in here just so you could see. I'm going to stencil. Now normally you might want to pop the glass out, stencil on the glass and let it dry and put it back in. I think probably just with a heat gun would heat set this, but I don't think you would have to. And then there's the stencil that's hope, faith, hope, love, and family, and it's all the little words like this. So I thought I would take and put the family just right at the bottom. I'm not going to do any of the arrow, and I can see where its placement it will be on the picture frame, so I don't have to take the picture frame, the glass off. And see, I've already used this one because I've already wrote family on the back of it. But I'm going to go ahead, since it's going on glass, I'm going to fuzz it good. Can y'all see what I'm doing? You just lay it on there a time or two, and you just want not a lot of fuzz, but just a little. And then I'm going to, but I thought this would be really cute with a picture of some of your family on it. So I'm going to try to center the word, and I'm going to just go to the edge of the frame. That way I know it's straight across. And I'm going to do it in the gold. We're going to see it's gold shimmer. But I'm going to go ahead and push it down to the edges, but then I'm going to take my painter's tape and cut off, because I just want the Y there. I don't want any more of it. One thing I think that's so neat with this company is you don't have to buy a different stencil for the different products. You use the same stencil. Now that might pick up a little bit of the F. Okay, and I'm going to use the gold shimmer. I said I did it on like a green shirt, and it was really pretty. Can y'all see that? Look at all the shimmer in it. We'll see. There again, I haven't done this on ahead of time, so we'll see. And I'm actually going to use a smaller squeegee, and I'm going to dip it in there, and it's not going to take much. And then I'm just going to rub it across. And I hope it shows up to where you can see it. If I'm not mistaken, it changes a little bit when it dries. Then you can really see the gold shimmering in it. Boy, it didn't take much. It really doesn't look like it's got much color to it, but we'll see. I actually, when I did this before, only I used white from somewhere else. I took material. I think it's a 5x7 frame, and I took the little picture thing off the back, and I took farmhouse material, covered the back thing, and then took the glass off, and I put stencil on top of it, says Farm Sweet Farm. Oh, turned out really good. And see, I put the I put the black in there so you could see it. Can y'all see it? Do I need to go close? You must not be zoomed in very close. Can't see it there?
Yeah, I can see it. It's just the angle.
But that's how simple it is, y'all. I mean, the sky's the limit when it comes to making gifts or decorations, and it's all the same stencils. Ed's been working the last couple of days. You remember the one I did the other night that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, in the shape of a cross? He's been working on cutting me out some crosses that are going to stand on their own. And so I'm going to do something like that. And I'm working on something else, trying to place lettering to where I can do the amazing down and the grace across. But anyway, there's that. And I don't think you would have to, you wouldn't want to put this in the oven, and that's how you heat set most things. I think actually you could just take your hair dryer and just put some heat on it, because it's not like you're going to be putting this in water. It doesn't have to be dishwasher safe. But I thought that was really cool, and that gold looks really good with this frame.
Donna Smith says awesome, and Kathy Moore says very pretty.
Yeah, we may let this be a gift one time too. Okay, now I want us to do, let's put this in the thing. I want to do a couple of things with the chalk paste, since I only had 2 colors of ink. Remember last week I did this little house? Let me get it. I have not sealed it this week because I want, there again, I like to make my thing, this stands on its own. I like to make my things reversible. So this week I'm going to take this side of it, pick out a different, this is the one we used last week, Love Makes This House a Home. Then I've got There's No Place Like Home, Bless Our Home, Home is Where the Heart Is. This one I think needs a heart, you know, just like this that I'm going to put on this one. But so I'm going to do Bless Our Home, and I'm going to do it in brown. And see, it's the black lid, so it's paste. And y'all, I pulled all these out earlier and stirred them to make sure I didn't need to add a whole lot of water. They say if you don't use them a whole lot, their shelf life is 1.5 years or so. You just once a month need to take them out, which I don't do. Once a month you need to take them out and stir them and add a little bit of distilled water to them. I probably need to start doing that so I don't have to throw any away. Okay, now this one is new. I just got in a bunch of new ones, that's why so many of these are new, but this will be on my Etsy store. I'll probably make another one. And it is a surface from Magnolia Designs. You get a pack of 2. And this set, I think it's called the Home Quad, because you get 4 stencils, and they fit these perfectly. They even have a rooster, y'all, and they have a rooster like MDF that's the exact size of the stencil. Okay. And this is basically a chalkboard surface, so I don't have to do anything to prepare it. I just get my stencil on there where I want it. Try to get it even. And I just eyeball it. That's close enough. And then you just push it down, make sure there's no bubbles. Go around your letters a little bit. I always do, because you don't want it to bleed. Now, I think I can do this without going off the edge. We'll see. You could put tape here if you wanted to. I'm telling y'all, I mean, the stencils are so easy. I sent when I sent them home with her, she was 11. She's now 12. I sent her home with several flower stencils, and Somebody asked last week about the eraser board. I sent her home with the magnetic eraser board. She had the best time making flowers. And she did it all herself. Okay, once you're sure you have everything covered, you don't want to waste any of that paste. And y'all, this paste will last you a year or so. I have had to order black and white since I started doing it, but I probably started working with them a year and a half ago. Because I tried several different companies before I settled on one. Now your paste will dry quicker than the ink, so you want to keep it covered. All right, let's see if it's going to work. All right, looks good. I could have laid it back down and maybe gone over hour, made it just a little bit darker, but there's that one. And I won't add anything to it, you know, a heart or anything, unless I may put a little raffia bow or something right there. And then, like I said, I'm going to take a wooden heart and paint red and put it right there. So, what do y'all think? I love these little houses. I think they're really cute. All right, let's lay that there. Okay. Now, before I go to the last one, because I'm going to have to do a little something to the wood, I think, with it. Do you remember this that we made last week? This is a chalkboard. Is this in the way? No. Just don't touch the paint. This is a chalkboard from the Dollar Tree, and I told you I wanted to experiment to see how it would take the chalk paste. I mean, you can see it took it fine, and I did not treat it with anything. So I'm curious, that was Tuesday, I'm curious to see if it's going to wipe clean like your chalkboards from Hobby Lobby do. So I'm just going to take my wet, you could use Clorox wipe, and you may if it leaves a little shadow, but I'm just taking a wet fiber cloth. Oh, boy. Did you see that? I'm not too sure it didn't come off easier and faster than some of the other chalkboards. And it had been sitting on there since Tuesday. Look at that. If I had something dry, hand me a paper towel, please. And I'll dry the water off of it. But boy, that was super fast. I'm telling you, go to the Dollar Tree, and if you see these boards, grab them. Because these would go on any of your decorations and just propped up. And it's two-sided. Use it for a holiday and then just wipe it clean. I'm shocked at how fast that came off. Okay, now our last thing I want to do tonight, I bought this board from Walmart. It was like $2.97. And I thought, you know, it's got the whitewash and it's really cute. I'll do something with it. So what I'm going to do tonight, here again, this is an experiment because it's not quite as textured as it looks, but it does have some texture to it, and I'm not sure how the chalk paste will go in that, so I'm actually going to sand it a little bit right there where I want to put my stencil. I just kind of want it, yeah, to be a little smoother. Now, ooh, look at that dust. Technically, if I was doing this just because I do things in stages, if I was just doing this on my own, I would take paste, wax, finishing wax. That's the way I do all my signs, so that the paint doesn't pull up with the stencil. But you're really supposed to spread it on there and leave it 15 or 20 minutes and then wipe it off. But I'm not going to do that with this one. I'm just going to take the chance. Hang on, let me get all that nasty stuff up. I'm going to take a chance that it's not going to stick. All right, and I don't want it going this way. So I'm going to cut off the jute on one end, because I'm actually going to put it back over here and have it go this way. And I'm going to use this stencil You can see I've used it. And that's another thing. Red and black, particularly, will kind of stain your stencils, but it does not hurt them. Everywhere it's white is where it's going to go through to the board. And you see there's nothing in the white. Okay? Now, make sure you have it going the right way. Have you ever done something and then realized, oh, the saw hook hanger thing's on the other end? So make sure you got it going the way you want it to go. And I'm going to put this has been used several times, so I don't think I would have to fuzz it, but we'll see. And I thought this was just really, we're going to make it a farmhouse sign. I never really understood this stencil, but it's very popular. Very easy to center it on your board because it looks like it's exactly the same width as the board. I want to get the same at the top and the bottom, and I'm going to do it in black. You could do it in brown. You could do it in red. If I did it for my kitchen, it would be red. Make sure I get his tail over there. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do it in black. I'm actually going to use the larger. And there again, I don't know, this may bleed, but it was fairly smooth.
But if it bleeds, you just wipe it off.
Wood is not as forgiving as a chalkboard. But wood, you could sand it off and repaint it.
Who can sand?
You can sand it. I'm a jack of all trades. Now you could get real fancy and do each one of the animals in a different color, but that's not me. All right. Ah, cute. Look at this. But I'm not done with it. Let me show you what I'm going to do to it. I want to make it farmhouse. So I have some ribbon. I have this burlap and black ribbon. Let me put away all my paste. And when the live is over, the first thing I will do is wash this whole tub of stencils, because if you take care of your stencils and don't let the paint dry in them and you keep them straight and clean, there's some of them I've probably used 15 times. Stick that in there for a minute. Okay, and all I'm going to do is take a piece of this, measure it enough to go around the bottom and the top. I don't think I'm going to put a bow. I might. Here again, I'll probably leave it till tomorrow, look at it, decide if I want to make a bow. If I did, it would be a very simple bow. Okay, so all I'm going to do, and I think I want, you could leave some space, but I think I want it right at the bottom. And I don't think I'm even going to have to put any glue there. I'll just pull it. Well, hang on. I need to make sure. Let me dry this a second. It's going to be loud. I'm sorry. I don't want to turn this over and my chalk paste will smear. Chalk paste is very quick drying. If I sell this, I will seal it with just a spray. But if you're making something for your house, you know, you probably would not have to seal it. All right, so I'm going to turn it over and just use my glue gun. And put a little bit of glue right there. Okay, I just thought of something. Well, because I'm going over this knot thing down here. So I may have to bring this down and cover it and then bring the hanger back up. I didn't bring my little finger thing in here. Okay, remember the mystery word for tonight. Dish towel. And I'm just going to make sure that I glue this good on the back side, and I don't think I'll have to do anything to the front. And I could just go with one piece of ribbon and then put a bow, you know, up here if I wanted to. But I think I'm going to cut that off too and just do another one. All right, and you make sure the ribbon has a right and a wrong. Pull it tight.
Everybody's being mighty quiet.
Have I put y'all to sleep? Uh-oh, I need a thing of glue there. I thought I had an extra one here. It must have fallen off the table. So what has been your favorite thing tonight? They're in the bag right there, yeah. Oh, I'm glad the air kicked on.
House.
Yeah, I love that house. In fact, I have 2 more of them in my cart. I haven't placed the order yet. And there's so many stencils that would work. Okay. And then all I'm gonna do is, I didn't bring the staple gun in here, but I'm gonna redo the hanger and we won't need it near as long. You could do it longer.
Round.
The flat one probably. You could do it long like this and then put a bow at the top up here, but I'm not gonna do it that. I'm not gonna do it that. And I don't wanna do it over the top of that one, so I'm gonna do it right next to it. Sorry, scared my dog to death. She's like, I'm out of here. And then you just, you decide what you want to do. I don't want a real long hanger, but you want them about the same. It would have been better, now that I've done it. That's, you craft and you learn. It would have been better to have stapled it and then put the ribbon over it. So I probably will take another strip of ribbon and put across there, because that just looks so much better without seeing those staples. And since I'm going to do that, I'm actually going to put the glue on my staples right here. Okay. All right. That's pretty much all I have for tonight. I think. I believe that was it. I'll go back over what we did. And remember your gift word is dish towel. I guess that's 2 words, isn't it? So you have until Tuesday about 3 o'clock. I'll cut it off and put names in the cup. And you want to hand me the dish towel. Hey, look, they kind of go together. Okay, so this is the dish towel. I will heat set it tomorrow, so that's going to be the gift for next week. I'm going to leave it hanging over a chair tonight to make sure it dries good. So we did the towel. We did the picture frame. And now all you have to do, this frame was $4 from Walmart. You just pull up these little things here and I'm gonna take that piece of black paper out. And then you just put a picture in there, put this little piece of cushion. It just makes it tighter fit. See, it's real hard to see it on that white. So we did that. We did this, which I think turned out super cute. The chicken doesn't look quite centered, but if you go over any more this way, your cow's ear is going to be off the thing. So, may not, like I said, may not be perfect, but it's cute. And I think anybody would be tickled to get it as a gift. And, you know, school's fixing to be out, and I think of teachers' gifts, and I've got some really cool ideas to show you with stencils on that too. I ordered some pencil holder things out of the bamboo and the wood. We're going to put some stencils on those and stuff. Okay, so do you have any questions about Magnolia design or anything that I can answer for you? Oh, I need the house. Forgot to show the house. All right, we did this last week. We did this tonight. Tomorrow I will use Rust-Oleum clear, non-yellowing glaze spray and spray both sides where it's permanent.
Brenda Bracken said it turns out perfect.
Yeah, I think they look really good. And then I'm just amazed. I will be going back to Dollar Tree to see if I can find some more of these.
Karen Board Hunter says still want to find time to be a creator.
Oh, still want to find time? Well, you know, I'm retired, and honestly, I think if I had not had my crafts, I probably would have gone crazy during this pandemic and being at home all the time. But now I find that it seems like I don't have time to do everything I want to do. I've got too many projects going. But I will tell you, be sure and SHARE this with your friends.
Karen
This
said
is-
she worked full time.
Yeah, I remember those days. I didn't do a lot of crafting then because I had an in-home daycare, so I had babies. You don't have time to do anything. They took good naps, so that was good. But then you got laundry to do, supper to cook, all that good stuff. This is Friday, right? So Tuesday, I'm going to show you how to make a tulip wreath. Now, I have not pulled out my tulips from last year. If you're interested in tulips, Michael's did have them on sale for $1.99. They're normally $4. You need about 9 bundles of them to make a good full tulip wreath. But if you can use a coupon, that's great too. I have not ordered any, so I may just be showing you how to do it with different colored tulips. I don't know that I have enough of any one color, or I may mix 2 colors together and have enough. But the most time consuming on your tulip wreaths is preparing the tulips. Some people don't do it the way I do. I take and cut off each stem, and that's what I'll be doing from now till Tuesday. I cut off each stem and then I pull on the tulips. If it comes off in my hand, it gets glued on. I don't want my tulips falling everywhere. That takes a long time because it's I think there's 8 or 9 to a bunch, and you need almost 10 of them. Or I mean, you know, it's a lot of tulips. I usually take 2 days to do it. I prepare my tulips ahead of time. Then when you sit down to actually make the wreath, boy, you can whip it up in no time. But we're going to be using one of the new boards from Unique in the Creek called a ring board, and it just makes it super simple to do them. So anyway, that's what we're going to do Tuesday. Friday, I think I'm going to show you how to take the same board and do a flag, an American flag for the 4th of July. So, and I'm going to have 2 kits in my Etsy shop for those. Okay, so we're done for tonight. Not quite an hour. That's good. I try not to keep y'all very long. I try to have as much prep done as I can. But I appreciate y'all showing up tonight, and spread the love. I'm trying to grow my page and get more and more people, and the more that you comment, the more that you emoji, the more that you share, it helps grow my page to where maybe Facebook will show it to more than 50 people out of 6,000. You know, it's just, Facebook is crazy sometimes, but I appreciate having the platform. All right, so good night. Y'all have a great weekend, and I got choked up. I will see you Tuesday. Bye.